Hello guys, first of all, sorry for not uploading videos. So yeah, we're gonna do a scary video. Today I'm going to be uploading some other videos, new games, new things that you might like. Yeah, so let's play this game. A reaction. Blankets up over your head. Guys, while you're watching my scary videos, you can't watch my scary videos without a blanket. I mean, you can watch because I want the views and subscribers and all that thing. So yeah, you can watch. And let's go. Oh, come on with the ad already, bro. You gotta be joking, bro. The call.
When I was 9, I was staying home alone. It was early morning, and I had just gotten out of the shower and brushed my teeth.
Okay.
I put on my favorite outfit, set up a little area
Oh,
in the living
you're a
room
girl?
with a drink and a snack, and then turned on the TV to watch something.
Okay.
The phone rang. I went across the
All
house to
seems
go
pretty
answer
normal.
it. The voice on the other end was, well, really familiar and really comforting for me. He
Okay.
asked me about my day so far, and he made small talk. After about a minute
You're
or
dead.
so, he then said,
Mom.
I like your outfit. Is pink your favorite color? I replied back with,
Oh my god.
oh, thank you. No, it isn't. What were you planning on watching on TV? He asked.
What?
It took me a few seconds to
Wait,
understand what was
guys,
happening, as I was only 9 years old and very naive.
Wait, 9? She
The voice
doesn't
on
look
the
like
other end of the
9,
phone
mid-20s,
changed.
something like that.
It became deep and raspy and horrific. The voice then proceeded to describe all these horrible things that they wanted to do to me.
What?
And in detail.
Close the
I went
phone.
numb.
Close
My
it
skin felt as
right
if it were
now.
on fire,
Close
and
it.
my heart was racing. I had never been more terrified in my entire life. I slammed down the phone, and then I called my mom at work. I tried to explain what happened, and I'm not sure I was making much sense. She got on to me for answering the phone, and she told me to go back about my day. I remember trying to explain to her that he was watching me,
Oh
and that he
my
told me what I had been
God, bro.
doing, and that he knew what I was
It's her
wearing.
mom, and she's
I also
pranking
mentioned
her.
that I was going to call
She's
911
pranking
because I
her,
needed help.
bro.
That isn't necessary. I'm not coming home. Just
See?
don't answer the phone and go watch TV,
See?
she said, and then I hung up.
Pranks.
I was really confused and I was scared.
Pranks.
I could feel his eyes on
Don't you
me.
know that?
I pulled the curtains closed and I raced around the house, torn between doing what I felt was right and doing what I had been told
Who's
by
at
my
home
mother.
with ya?
This whole time, the phone was ringing. The second it would stop, it would just start up yet again. The sound
Mute
of
it.
the phone ringing
Throw it
pulsed through my
outside, like-
entire body like electricity. It was practically
Throw
paralyzing me.
it.
It was
Take
like I
out
was
the
frozen,
batteries
but
or
also on
something.
fire at
That's
the same
if that's
time.
how old phones work.
I waited for a pause in the ringing and called 911.
We gotta have mobile
I'm
cell
all by
phones,
myself
brothers.
and I'm 9 years
Cell
old
phones.
and someone's watching me and telling me they're gonna kill me. I told the
Bluetooth
operator.
headphones.
She tried to keep me calm and she said that she would send help for me. I remember standing there
Good.
listening to this kind voice just trying to help me. But I could feel every scary movie scenario just playing out behind me.
No.
Was he creeping up
Why
behind me with a
why is
knife?
he bald?
Was he going to shoot me through a window?
No.
Was he going to throw a rock through the glass and open the door? I just didn't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Probably.
breathe and I couldn't
dead.
feel my body.
You're
In
totally
a
dead.
moment of panic, I
Dead?
set off the alarm to the house and ran outside.
Jesus.
I remember this sense of relief, but also this overwhelming feeling of having a separation in my reality. The house felt small and dark and really dangerous and cold. Outside felt open, as well as safe and warm. I could hear lawn mowers and the sounds of birds
Good.
chirping. It was a beautiful break from that bone-chilling feeling of the phone.
Good.
It was like I was watching a movie and I could see myself experience both of these environments at the same time. A neighbor was pushing his child in a swing.
Good.
He was concerned.
Huh?
He let me stand next to him and he protected me. I could hear
What?
the
He's gonna
sirens
be the
now.
killer.
The blaring sound
The
getting louder as they
ultimate-
grew closer.
The ultimate
It felt like it took an eternity,
thing.
but the police finally arrived.
good.
An officer walked over to me and he asked me what happened. I
Tell
did
her.
my best
Oh,
to
now
explain
she
it, but
looks
so
small.
many
Now
of the
she
words on the
looks
phone
small.
that were used were just so embarrassing. I couldn't bring myself to use such adult words to a police officer. And his other words were just bone-chilling.
What?
I couldn't say those either. To this day, I can still hear my young voice repeating the words. He was watching me. He said he was going to kill me. Not long after, my mom's car pulled into the driveway. She, for some reason, decided to come home. She didn't look for me or come to speak to me. She just calmly got out and then walked over to the police officer. I was standing in the doorway from the house to the garage, just facing the driveway.
What kind of mom is
I
this?
could see my mom and the police officer. I was watching and trying to understand, trying to figure out what was happening.
Bruh, girl,
Then I
you
saw
look like
it.
you're like
She was
2
laughing.
centimeters away from
My
her.
face was swollen from tears, my heart still racing, and my skin was on fire. And my mom was laughing? What the hell was going on?
Guys, if I got a phone, ring. Hello? Oh, you're gonna kill me. Oh, you're watching me. I'm making a video. Okay, bye. Bang! Smash the phone. Smash the phone right now.
Very slowly, I crept
Jeez.
a little closer,
Jesus.
and I then overheard.
Jesus.
I'm so sorry about this. I guess she just got scared being home alone and overreacted. I'm
She's
really
the killer.
sorry.
She's the killer. She
the hell's
is the killer.
happening?
She's not her
What
mom.
did I
She
do
is
wrong?
not her mom. She is not her mom. She is not her mom. Nope. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. No.
Wrong. Did I imagine this?
No.
Was this a dream?
No.
Should I not have called 911? Did I
You
actually
should've.
overreact? My memory of what happened after that is a little hazy. I remember refusing to stay home alone and the sound of the phone ringing just rippling through my body. It
Oh,
wasn't something I liked discussing. I
throw
refused to
the
repeat what had been
phone
said to me by the voice on the
away.
phone. My
Like
mom decided that
me.
she knew who did it, but she
You.
didn't even know the details. There was no investigation. No one was questioned. She told me it was a boy who was the same age as me who lived across the street. I
How
knew
do
that
you
was
know?
impossible, but no matter how much I protested it, I was always told that it was him.
How do you know?
Many years later, after I was an adult with my own children, we were at Christmas.
Okay.
Everyone was in the living room and I'd gone into
A
the
party.
back bedroom to change
Good.
a diaper.
Ew.
As I was walking out of the room and back into the living room, I could hear my mom laughing, her voice as if she'd been telling a joke. The faces of everyone else in the room told a different story. Discomfort, anguish, shock, fear.
No.
Yet she was still laughing. It felt as if I was walking in slow motion. One of my older children had actually stopped me from entering the living room and sort of pushed me back into the room that I had just come out of. She just told the story of you being home alone and the man threatening to kill you. She told it like it was a joke or something, like some funny story from your childhood. My child told me. To this day, I never learned who it was that called me. I deal with my fear of ringing phones and phone conversations on a daily basis.
Destroy that
It's
phone.
awful.
Why are you destroying the cup? Also, no, I don't want to watch K-pop. Jesus Christ.
About 10 years ago, my family had a studio rental business in a big city. Our studio had the most thorough security system at that time.
Good.
So, as a result, our studio
Good.
became the best place for those parents who ever wanted to send their daughter from the
Thank
rural area
you.
to the city.
Thank you.
Even though the rent
for
price was
God's
highly expensive,
sake.
our studio was always traded.
For
And because of
God's
that, the
sake,
gender ratio of
thank
women
you.
was far higher. At that time, there was a woman who had moved into our studio for about 3 months.
So,
She was the kind of annoying type that she requested changing the automatic door lock's password several times a month.
why?
There was a manual in the room that helps you to change the password for oneself. But she
Why?
kept asking us to do it every time, saying
Why?
that it was complicated. We felt like she was the type who was going to fuss about our studio someday, so we always did her favor whenever she asked. But one day, she started saying something strange.
What?
She said that someone seemed to be coming inside of her room when she wasn't there. Of course, we have a master card to enter every room, but I swear, we are not those ignorant types of owners who come in and go out of any room.
Jeez.
Except for sometimes when
Jeez.
people who leave their rooms without telling us they had
Jeez.
changed the password.
Jeez.
Or when we
Jeez.
had to do an electrical inspection for the empty rooms, asking for prior consent already. but she seemed to doubt me because I was the one who guarded the studio during my university vacation. Anyway, my parents sent her back to her room kindly, saying that she might be mistaken at first. Then the other day, she came up angrily this time. She said that she put a piece of paper in the crack of the door and folded the edge of the bed's blanket slightly when she went out. However, when she came back again, then she found that the paper was fallen on the ground and the blanket was all spread out.
Room service.
Cursing me tremendously, she had
Room
already believed
service.
100% that I was certainly the
Cleaner,
criminal.
something like that, bro.
At the time, I was ordering food and in a good mood after cleaning the roof in a heavy sweat. And this woman's behavior slowly pissed me off.
Yeah.
And even my parents seemed to be suspicious of me at this point. But I couldn't confirm what was happening on each floor because there was only one CCTV in the front door and
Okay.
another one in the parking lot at that time. No matter how I felt the unfairness, I
And
couldn't.
he says it's protected super well. Two
Just
cameras.
install all the
Jeez.
CCTV using a huge sum of money to capture the evidence of the woman who has such a megalomania and mythomania. So
It's
I put a
probably
digital
her, but
camera that had
guys.
very low resolution at that time in a beverage box and put it in a hallway where she was living. I had to
Okay.
go down every 2 hours and empty the memory. And I finally ended up thinking that I wouldn't be able to do this anymore after about 3 days. On the fourth day, the incident happened.
What
That
incident?
day, the police knocked on our door first. Following them, when I looked inside the woman's room, I could see the pearl-like eyeshadow was spread on every side of the walls.
Oh my.
It turned out that the woman had coated the doorknob with cosmetics when she went down to her hometown for a few days, hoping the criminal to leave a trace when he broke into her room.
Bro.
But as if he were mocking her, the criminal had put those pearl shadows all over the walls,
Oh my.
ceilings, and even floors of the room. So the police came to my room after receiving the woman's report. They started to investigate whether they could find any traces of pearl shadow on my keyboard, mouse, drawer handle, faucet,
But there's
and even
not
the
gonna be
toilet watering
anything.
lever. But it was nonsense.
Yeah.
I was just eating delivery food without knowing anything.
Yeah.
The
Lay
wash
back
basin
kinda
in the
guy.
woman's room, which had been empty for 4 days, was completely wet, as if someone had just finished taking a shower, and I could see the soap was expanded. I was eventually called to the police station as a witness for questioning. When I finally got back home, I brought my camera that I had installed before to see what was on it, just in case.
Okay.
And then, something strange was caught in the camera. On the second night,
Oh my.
around 11 p.m., the woman's boyfriend was filmed entering that empty room.
Ooh.
He wasn't in the video for the third day, and of course I couldn't film it for the fourth day. It was a suspicious thing.
Search
In
was
the end, I
him.
went to the police station again with my camera and submitted it. The whole story of the incident that was revealed later was like this. It was her boyfriend who made her terrorized
God.
and tremble in an attempt to bring her into his studio. While she went to college, he kept sneaking into her room and left those suspicious traces for a month. Then, as his girlfriend noticed the strangeness, she told him what had happened, and he kept telling her about the cruel and scary murdering cases that occurred in a studio apartment. Later, he suggested to her that she could sleep in his house if she was scared. His final goal was cohabitating with the woman.
Oh my
The
god.
climax happened on that day. After hearing that she had set up a trap at the door, he entered her room and rubbed the pearl shadows on the whole room more than she did. Of course, the sink, the blanket, and the paper between the doors, everything was all by him. He
Oh.
thought that if his girlfriend felt extreme fear, she would end up living with him. What was even more creepy was that when the police came to our studio that day, he was comforting his girlfriend calmly, hugging her in his arms. The more she got afraid, the more courteously that bastard consoled her, and kept thinking about how he could make her scared. on the other hand.
I want to punch this guy in the face, so he gets killed. Scaring people like that, what you trying to do, bro?
In the end, The man was
Psychopath.
accused by the woman and her family. And the woman took time off from school due to the huge shock.
Good. Good. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment down below what games you want me to play and what reaction videos you want me to play. You can send link in the comments. I will be sending messages. Also, whoever watches this, please, whoever will comment down first in this video will get a shout out in the next video. Now don't send links to any unknown like websites, because some people did and I don't like that. No. Only like what games you want me to play. Whoever will tell me first will get a shout out in the next video. And their comment will be showed in the screen. So okay, so guys, have fun. Always be nice to others. Don't be a psychopath. And goodbye. See you later.